is x minus 4 x plus 2 minus x minus 2 x plus 4. So the first thing we have to look at is those two brackets that are being multiplied together, and we have to use our FOIL method. So our first, outer, inner, and last. So our first terms are our x and our x, and so that's going to give us x squared. Our outer terms are x and 2, which gives us a plus 2x. Sorry, yellow was a bad color choice. Yep, so then we have our inner, so then we have negative 4 times x, which is minus 4x. And then we have our last terms, which is negative 4 and positive 2, which gives us negative 8. Okay, so that's my first FOIL done. I do need to simplify my middle terms here. So I need to look at the same, or the like terms is what we call them. So my 2x and my 4x are like terms. They have the same exponents and the same variables. So 2 minus 4 is negative 2. So I'm left with x squared minus 2x minus 8 from my first brackets. So that has been expanded and simplified now. Now I'm going to deal with my next set of brackets. So this whole thing here, I'm going to set there just so it's nice and easy and clear. And this is going to be minus, and then I'm going to do my first terms, which is x times x, so x squared, minus, or plus my outer terms, so x plus 4x is plus 4x. And then I'm going to do my inner terms, so negative 2x, and then my last terms, which is negative 8 again. Okay, combine like terms. That's positive 2x minus 8 x squared. Okay, so that's our FOIL method. Does everyone remember that? Okay. Now what I need to do is deal with my two brackets, okay? So I need to simplify what's in this first half and combine it with what's in the second half. Now it's really important that this negative is not just applied to my x squared, but everything after it, okay? Because they were in brackets. So, yes, that's what I mean. So we're going to apply that to the first term. So I'm going to have negative x squared, and then I'm going to have minus 2x, and then I'm going to have plus 8. So that negative has now been multiplied to each one. It's like I'm multiplying each number by negative 1. And then my first set of bracket here was x squared minus 2x minus 8. And now I'm going to combine like terms again. So for me, I like to circle or highlight my like terms in different colors so that I can visually see that I've accounted for everything and that I know what's going on. So I'm going to do this. That's up to you, though. I'm not necessarily looking for you to do this. It just makes it easy for me. So x squared minus x squared, well, that cancels each other out. So there will be no x squared. Then I'm going to have negative 2x minus 2x. That's negative 4x. And then I'm going to have negative 8 plus 8. Well, that cancels each other out. So my final answer is just negative 4x. So on our handout, that's just A. Does that make sense? It's a lot of math. I will post this for you. Okay. If you look down to question 46. 46 says use the area of the triangle shown above. The area of the triangle shown above is equal to, and then it gives you the diagram here. What you're doing, because remember area is length times width, you're just multiplying those two brackets together. Okay, so I'm not going to do that one for you yet. I just wanted to explain to you how that worked. There's a couple other questions like it. Okay. Flip it over a couple pages to where you see the numerical response. Okay. Did we get there? Flip it over to where we see numerical response. Okay, so it says when, I'm just going to do question 1 with you. It says when x squared plus x minus 56 is factored in the form x plus a and x minus b, then the value of a is and b is. And so I don't care how you record your answers for this. I'm not looking for that. But we do need to remember how to factor our equations. So we have x squared plus x minus 56. When I factor things, I need to find two numbers that add to my middle term. Middle term. And those same numbers need to multiply to my end term. Yes, but we need to go through the process here just so we are actually familiar with it, okay? So here, my middle term is just 1. So I need to find two numbers that add to 1. So I always make a note, add to equal 1, and multiply to equal negative 56. Okay? Nope. Oh, yes, sorry. So here, what we're going to do is if you don't know right away, we can create a factor tree. So 56, and then I'm going to, or sorry, a list of factors, not a factor tree. So 1 times 56 equals 56. Those obviously do not add to equal 1, but they do multiply. We're going to deal with the negatives at the end. So then I'm going to check 2. 2 times 25, 26, 27, 28, 28. Well, that equals 56. But it doesn't add to equal 1. Is 56 divisible by 3? No. So, no 3s. Is it divisible by 4?
No.
Okay. Is it divisible by 5? Divisible by 6?
No.
No. Divisible by 7?
Yeah. 7 and 8.
7 and 8. So, that equals 56. Now, 7 plus 8 does not equal 1. However, I need negative 56, and I know that there is a 1-term difference in between those. So I can test. I can either, if I'm smart, I'll just do it the first way, and I'll go negative 7 plus 8. That's going to equal negative 56 and add to equal 1. But if you do it the other way, just make sure to test both sides before you give up on your answer. So I'm going to have x squared minus 7x plus 8x equals, minus 56. I'm going to put my first two terms in one bracket and my second two terms in my other bracket. And I'm going to do my best to pull out a GCF from both of these. So that's our greatest common factor. So in my first bracket, my GCF is just x. So inside, I'd be left with x minus 7. And in my second bracket, I can pull out an 8 because I already know that 8 goes into 56. So that's nice and easy for me. So I'm going to pull out an 8, and I'm left with x minus 7. So based on the way they want us to format this in the question, my positive has to go first. So they want me to do x plus a and then x minus b. So I'm going to have x plus 8 and then x minus 7. So the question then asks, or to answer it, is a is equal to 8 and b is equal to 7. So that is our review on factoring. Now, for problems where we might need to include factoring principles, If we are given the area of a square or a rectangle and asked to find the length and the width, that's when we would do factoring. Okay, so if I say I need to build a fence around my garden, and my garden has, so let's see this. I'm just going to do this problem in reverse just so we can see it here. So this is my garden. I don't really know the length and the width of my garden, but I know that my area equals x squared plus x minus 56. Find the length and width of the garden. Okay, so you would be able to then solve for the length and the width. The length would be one of these, the width would be the other. You don't necessarily know which one's which unless it's very clear that one is longer than the other. Any questions about that?